Welcome back, Truck Sim fans. Here we find ourselves on the Utopia map mod. Now, as a challenge the other day, there is a section of this map where there is a rather large, twisty, icy route at the end. And most of the people who did the challenge chose sequential. I didn't, I went up in full auto, but let's just see what the difference is if you go with sequential gearbox and control the changes yourself. Will this get around the fact that the gearbox was hunting between 3 and then 4 and then dropping to 1? Anyway, we'll set off a little bit and we will call the start line roughly up there where that telegraph pole that you can see in the distance is. Okay, so you'll see a little symbol that will appear when the telegraph pole is there and we have started the timer, the countdown. Are you ready? Here we go. That's the start time. Now, the thing about this map is, with altitude it does give you snow, and the snow has physics, so that means it behaves under the wheels like a real snow would be, sliding, less grip, giving rather a dead feel to the steering wheel. So here we go, we're trying to get up this, and I'm now in, as we can see at the bottom of the screen there, 6th gear in the sequential. Now by this point the automatic gearbox in the previous run had been hunting around all over the place and I was going nowhere near as fast. There's the first bit of understeer that you see because of the icy conditions. I must admit the rain isn't helping, but I don't think that actually affects anything in game. So here we are, 7th gear. The truck's easily capable. This is a 6x4 rig Scania S with 730 horsepower V8 engine. This means it's probably the most powerful one that you can get in stock game conditions. Now at that point I did slow down a little bit too soon for the corner, but these corners can be quite vicious. They're often bumpy and they have very narrow level drivable areas, so you have to go wide a little bit. May suffer a little tiny bit of damage occasionally on the rig. It might be a bit bouncy. There you go, that's 1%. However, the trailer, as you can see in the mirrors, got round the corner perfectly fine. Now we have a bit of a longer drag uphill. There was one section actually in the automatic gearbox where I got up to 10th gear. But very quickly on this route, as you can see, you come across corners and they do get in the way of progress a little bit, especially in these conditions. This is not the worst of them, the one that's coming up. There is another one further up which you'll see. However, slow down, slow in, fast out is always the route, especially on slippy conditions. So here we go, drop the gears a few before you get to there, go round the corner, take it steady, watch where the trailer's going. Yep, that's the cab going wide just because they needed to get the trailer around. There was a little bit of a bumps and ruts and things in the corner there in the very apex of it, and that does sometimes catch the trailer. So here we go, another long drag. See how far we can go up the gearbox. 8th gear. Starting to slide a little bit at the front there, you see. It's drifting wide, even though I've got Michelin tyres on. And they are the snow profile ones in the Michelin Fan Pack tyre DLC. And they do make a difference, even compared to the off-road type of tyres that you may be able to get in stock in the game. I don't think ETS has them, but ATS, the American Truck Simulator, has a set of off-road tyres in the stock game without buying any DLC. But other people who've driven this route especially have said that there is a definite difference with the Michelin tyres. So I went and got them in the recent sale. Here we come to another very sharp bend. It's fairly easy in, but then gets very tight just around the corner there. So, steady away. Again, take it slightly wide on the cab there, on the outgoing part of the curve. It wasn't as rough as the last one, however, here we go. Up another set of slides and rises. You can hear there, the gears were just about right. The torque in the engine was able to pull it through, and the grip on the tyres was sufficient. So we get going. Bearing in mind we had a little bit of a slippage there, I'm going to slow down a bit before the corner, back off a touch, and then just hopefully slide the cab through the corner before putting the foot down again to try and get up further up. Another corner. This again is not the worst in this particular part of the map. This map is actually extremely well produced. The Utopia map is a standalone add-on mod pack basically for the European Truck Simulator 2 game. It plays as part of France, so you see French road signs, license plates. You can see here I bogged down the gearbox, so it's not just the gears, but the engine was able to haul through it. Anyway, Utopia map is extremely well produced. There are things in there that are beyond even what SCS have done in the game. Especially this, including snow dynamics and things like this in the game. It's one of the things that a lot of people do add for weather realism. They add things like ice and snow and different models. So we have there a map that is, I mentioned it was standalone. You have to download the map module and a background image. You then have to create a brand new profile. You cannot use this with an existing ETS2 profile. So I use the profile quick start from the marketplace to help get that going. Anyway, you add the mods before you even do the first mission on the new profile. There is a button at the top. Now we're at the on the mod manager's page. Anyway, here is the worst corner because of all these rocks in the way. This corner, if you don't get it right, you can see the fall off at the side there. Your cab will go over the edge, and if you don't watch out, your trailer will ground out on the rocks on the inside. However, we've not got too much further to go. One more bend, and then we are there. Now, the other day when I tried this with the automatic gearbox, it took about 20-25 minutes to get up the hill. There were 5 of us in a convoy, and so having the road clearer in this run makes it a lot better to actually keep progress. Last corner again with stones in the apex, so we've got to try and take it steady. Luckily there's a little bit more of a flat area on the outside of the curve, so the truck can get around that. And there we are, that's the last corner. Here we go, up to the car parking point at the top. The finish line will be when we pass the first of the blocks at the car park coming up. So are you ready for this? There you go. If I'm not mistaken, that pretty much was 8 minutes, top to bottom. It's a great view from up here. Let's just see how high it really is. There's the sign. Oh, unfortunately, my screen blind has blocked the view. You'll have to come up here yourself. Anyway, thanks for watching.